Hello and welcome to the Watch Doctor. This is my very first video, and I'm sure most of you will notice the total lack of sophistication here. I'm not really technically great, but I will do my best to accentuate what we're looking at. And the Watch Doctor is taken by the fact that I'm a doctor and I like watches, so the other question is, why do this? Well, there just seems to be so few people that are blogging and writing and videoing about watches. I thought I just needed to fill that gap. And I am also pretty much a newbie. I've been looking at watches and collecting for less than a year at this point on a more serious note. So I'll go through some of the things from that aspect. Hopefully you'll be able to identify at least a little bit, and hopefully this will be of some use to you. The first one we're going to do on my very first one is from Aviate, AVI-number 8. So this is an interesting brand. It's been in existence since 2012. It's part of a larger group called the Dartmouth Company. It started in England, where a couple of watch geeks and aviation geeks got together and decided there must be some brand that they could do these kind of homage to World War II airplanes, particularly with Royal Air Force and the people associated with that. So, a birth of a company. And I've read some people were kind of upset in that they bought a watch thinking it was a British watch, giving homage to British Air Force, and found out the watch was made in Hong Kong. Well, in the global market these days, what is what here in terms of nationality? So it is a British brand. It's made in Hong Kong, but remember, Hong Kong was for a long time a British colony. They also have some offices in Japan. So where is it made? What kind of nationality is this really? At this point, I have to assume it's more British than anything with the inspiration that's occurring there. So this is the package it came in. It's an interesting little, here's the 8, looks like upside down. That looks more appropriate. So here's the box all the way around. There's the information on there. So let's pop this open. Okay, well, that's a fairly nice looking box here. Let's take it out. It's got an inner and outer. Okay, so the watch is kind of upside down. It's stuck there a little bit. There we go. Okay, let's take the paper off and see what we've got. So this is, as you can see, an automatic watch. Now, with Aviate, not all of their watches are automatics. They have a bunch of quartz watches as well. It says, as noted here, this is one of the automatics, which I prefer. And this is the Spitfire Smith automatic. So this is a watch done in homage for the Spitfire airplane, one of the really backbones of the Royal Air Force in World War II. Now, how do you judge a watch? I mean, at this point, there's hundreds of brands, and they all seem pretty much the same when you look at the specs. Steel case, the crown, the everything else. So how do you decide? To me, there's 4 different ways. One is the cost. And this is where Aviate really kind of shines, if you will. I got this watch on sale. It was like $229. So if you like that, that's a really good price. The second one, quality. So how well built is the watch? So at this point, from what I can tell, it looks pretty nice. I mean, it's got a nice wristband here. Here's the crown. So Don't notice any particular defects. The lettering seems good. So that's one thing. So the quality, and that will probably also come over time. And then third is the aesthetics. Do you just like it? You know, how do you enjoy the artwork, if you will? The part that is simply your idea in terms of what you prefer. But then fourth is the hook. Lots of brands have hooks, and of course, the hook for Aviate is aviation. All of their watches deal with aviation. And at this point, they have worked in conjunction with several charities and that all related to the military. So for instance, they did one for the Tuskegee Airmen, and that was done in conjunction with a group honoring the Tuskegee Airmen. They've also, and that watch, by the way, sold out in less than a day. They've also done a more recent one with a British group. And so they're, not newcomers now. They're a decade old. And I would say for the money, just looking here, not too bad. I mean, when you look at cost, $229. And most other watches are pretty reasonable. Typically, you're going to find them less than $500, except on some brands or some models that they have. So all in all, let's try this on, see if I can get this. Ooh, got to take that part off. Well, I guess they package this pretty well. Oh. Okay, that's good enough. I'll get the rest later. Take the top off here. So all in all, I have fairly small wrist here. I'm about not quite 6 3/4 inches. So all in all, I like the looks of it. I like the way it wears. It's comfortable to put on. So there you have it. If this particularly aviation watches are your taste, certainly Aviate would be a brand to look at here, and especially if you're on a budget. So thank you all. I appreciate it, and thanks for putting up with the video quality. Take care and have a great day.